Hey guys, how you doing? First of all, I'd like to wish you a happy new year. I hope 2018 provided you with valuable lessons that will take you to higher places this year. So I wish you all a happy new year and a great 2019. I've debated a long time about shooting this video. I wasn't too sure whether to. Um, I was actually probably going to avoid doing it, but I thought it was very important for me to share this. So this is my mental health journey. So I'm gonna break this into two parts. First part is gonna be about my mental health and my experiences with it. Then secondly will be, about the reason why I started my mental health support group and also make an announcement about that. So in 2015, sorry. My name's Edwin, by the way. And in 2015, I was diagnosed with severe OCD, anxiety, and depression. I traveled a lot that year. I had a goal of doing 12 countries in 12 months. I got up to 8 countries by August, and to be honest, I broke down. It was the first time in a long time I spent valuable time with myself, and there was a lot of things that I swept under the carpet that I ignored, and they crept up, and bit by bit, added, and exploded. I came back from holiday and I couldn't do it anymore. I signed myself off for work. And all in all, I was off work for nearly 2 years. During that 2 years, I was housebound, and I wasn't going out. So my mental health looked like this. The anxiety, I used to have a lot of panic attacks. I used to shake my hand. I used to shake when I was around people. I was scared of open spaces, being around large crowds. I would have, my chest will hurt. I'll feel faint. I'll start panicking, and I'll just have to escape, before I exploded. In regards to my depression, it brought me to low points where I didn't do anything no more. I didn't leave my room. I wasn't bathing. I was crying a lot, if I'm honest. And I was really in a dark place. I didn't want to be here anymore. And in regards to my OCD, I had really bad OCD. I couldn't even do this. I couldn't be around stuff. I couldn't be around people. Even to the point where I was unable to, hold my knees for like the first 2 years while I was going through it. I just couldn't be around anything or anyone. And it was a really dark time, It took a lot out of me, mentally, physically, spiritually. I really had to dig deep. Um, and it was a really sad time, if I'm honest. I was housebound, as I mentioned before. I wasn't talking to no one, wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. What I used to do, I used to sleep during the day so I didn't have to speak to anyone. Then be awake at night because I knew everyone was sleeping. I created my own little world, a bubble that only I could survive in. But in reality, it didn't work because the way I was living in the world that I created does not exist in the real world, and it can't. So I had to break. I kind of lost myself, to be honest. I really did lose myself. I used to look in the mirror and not know who I was looking back at. I was just a fragment of the person I thought I was at the time. And it was sad. It was really sad. And the saddest thing was seeing my family, the effects it had on my friends and my family. Seeing them break down, and it was just hard. It was really, really hard, a really dark time. And to be honest, I can only thank God that I got through it because I didn't want to be here. There's so many times I wanted to give up. And I was close to, but then I had to make a choice. You know, if death, if I'm being plain and simple, was the end result, do I die trying or do I die just like that? And, I was so close to going the other way, just giving up. But, I found purpose, I found a reason to fight. And, Sorry, and that was for my friends and my family, because I made a decision that I would rather suffer, be broken, hurt, than to leave them behind suffering. Because, you know, my family and my friends are my everything, and I would do anything and everything for them. So I would suffer for them, and that's what I decided to do. I decided to get up and start walking, literally, you know, getting out, being around stuff I hated. And with the mental health, what it felt like in times is like, imagine this room lit up dark. I was fighting the mental health in the form of OCD, depression, and anxiety in the dark. So I'm fighting them in the dark, not knowing where they are. But then the depression, the anxiety, the OCD, the mental health that was affecting me was fighting me in the light. So it could see me in the light and it was fighting, picking me off, just doing what it wanted with me. And I was fighting in the dark and I was just swinging and missing and missing. I was just like, this is a losing battle. I'm losing every battle. But with mental health, especially with my OCD, I had to do what it told me not to do. But I had to go against what it told me to do. And that's when I kind of started to build up a resolve to move forward. You know, because I don't even know how to describe it. Like, where I was, I don't even know how I got out of it. You know, it was really bad. And sometimes we have to be broken in order to be rebuilt. And trust me, I was broken many times. And as much as mental health took away from me, what it did give me a sense of purpose, you know? And I fought my hardest. It took me a whole year to get back to a position where I could go back to work, to a position where I could eat, to a position where I could go out. I really had to push my boundaries because I was just coasting. I wasn't doing, like, I lost all inspiration to do anything, to eat, to bath, to leave my house, to leave my room. Like 2015, 2016, I did not even celebrate my birthday or Christmas. I was literally in my room. I didn't speak to anyone. And it was the hardest times, you know. It was weird saying this, but I had so many good people around me, but the more people around me, the more quiet it got, the more lonely I felt. And then when I was actually lonely and by myself, the more loud it got, because that's when my thoughts were trying to attack me. And, you know, the internal battle was the hardest battle you will ever face. And I'm just, you know, thankful for God that I got through it. And I just want to act as a testimony to show people that it's possible. You know, mental health, you know, we all suffer from mental health. We all have mental health, but it's to the extent of how it affects us. And I want to show people that it's possible to move forward, you know. And that leads me on to saying this. I've started a mental health group for that reason. Because what I did, I promised myself, I made a promise to myself, I made a promise to God that if I got through it, if I was able to get the strength to actually move through it, what I would do is not just move on, because I don't believe God puts you through situations just to get on. I feel that although I was upset and angry and thinking, why me? I believe there was a purpose behind me going through that, and that purpose was for me to help other people. And that promise I've kept by it. In November, I started a mental health group, and the reason for starting it was to provide a platform for people that are suffering to come together, to connect, to learn, to leave with the necessary tools to help them navigate through, you know, the struggles they're going through. And it's designed, you know, and it's open to people that are directly affected by mental health, that are physically, you know, been diagnosed or they're going through mental health, because mental health happens on all different levels. There's all different types of mental health, or indirectly. So if there's friends or family members that are going through, come along, see what mental health is really about, and see, you know, pick up tools to help support those around you. And I think, especially in the climate of mental health and the amount of people that are sadly suffering from it, it's important that we educate ourselves, so moving forward that we can support each other. So what I also want to say is the mental health group, I'm officially announcing that it's going to be called Reset. So that's going to be broken down in R for respect. I think we need to respect one another, respect that people do suffer and mental health is real, and respect that people need help and the support, and not just to be put aside and deemed, inadequate. We need to respect each other. E for empower. I really want um, this group to be one that empowers each other, that gives people the right tools to get through it, to make them realize that it's okay not to be okay, and give them the real strength to know that they can keep going because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. S for support. I want this group to act as a support basis. Sometimes the scariest thing is being alone, but it's even more scary when you're fighting the loneliness by yourself or the struggles by yourself. So I want this group to basically be provide a platform for support. E for educate. I want this group to also educate people on what mental health really is about, to raise the awareness, to show that people suffering from mental health are people at the end of the day, and all they need is support. So we need to educate to understand the different types of mental health and how we can go forward to support each other. And the last one, T for talk. I believe there's great power in talking, and sometimes is being heard, which is important. I found that when I was going through what I was going through, sometimes I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to have an answer. I just want to talk. I just wanted to let it all out. So I want this group to allow people to come and release anything that's weighing them down. So I was really hesitant of doing this, but I think it's important, especially from me starting this group, to be open about my own experiences. And it's mental health it's nothing that should be forgotten or pushed aside, because there's people that need help, that want help, and I'm just trying to provide a platform, and there's great platforms out there as well. I'm just trying to create a platform where people can come, educate themselves, connect with like-minded people, because with me, I always relate to people that have gone through similar experiences. So I want people to know that this, platform allows them to connect with people that have gone through what they've gone through, people they can relate to, a place where they can pick up, necessary tools for navigating through. But yeah, the support group will be called Reset, and the whole notion of it, as I said, was broken into those words, but it's in the name itself, just reset. Sometimes you just have to press that button, reset, and start again. Because sometimes being broken down, although it seems like the worst thing, is sometimes the best thing that can happen, because we can rebuild ourselves in a better and stronger way. But that is my story in a little nutshell. I won't go into too much detail. But if you'd like me to do this again, it was supposed to be a one-off and go into more detail about it. I could talk more about how I got through my day. I had therapy, but unfortunately, because I was housebound, my therapy lessons I were either over Skype or over the phone. I can go more in details about that. Medication I was given, but I didn't take it. I can go into reasons why about that. Sorry, I haven't talked about this for a long time, so just bringing back some of the moments, and there were some of my darkest moments, to be honest, and I was hurting so bad. Like, if I'm honest, I used to cry all the time, hoping that I would see a day like this. So I'm just so thankful and blessed to be here right now. And I just want to help people that are going through a similar thing. I want them to know that they're not alone. What they're going through is real, and there's people out there that care. So let's come together and support people through these times. My support group will happen once a month. First event was in November. Next one is 26th of January, which will be our art therapy one, and I'm looking forward to it. And thanks for all those who've supported. If you'd like to support, I'll put the link below. You can donate towards it, because at the moment it is self-funded by myself, because I just don't want people to worry about money and other issues. I just want them to come there and release and just use that time there to get better. But as I said, if you'd like me to do this again, let me know. I'm open to talking about it, going into further details. I will be releasing this on my birthday, which will be the 7th of January. So please watch, comment below and let me know what you think. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I just want everyone to know that there is suffering, that you are not alone. What you're going through is real, and don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not a weak. Admitting that you're weak, admitting that you're struggling, admitting that you've been broken, admitting that you're weak is not a weakness. It's actually a strength, because you really have to expose yourself. And in doing so, you open the endless opportunities to move into a better place. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'll just leave on this. I also want Reset to be known as this: realize every situation encourages transformation. So don't be afraid. Hey guys, thanks for listening. As I said, comment below if you'd like me to do something like this again, because it was just supposed to be a one-off, just to explain my journey, explain the reasoning behind starting Reset, the support group. But I just want to leave you with this. As I mentioned, I wish you all a happy and great year. Let this be one of your greatest years. And let's continue to be nice to each other, support each other, and really aim for the impossible. Really push our limits this year. Follow our dreams, our aspirations, our goals. Let's have a year that we'll never forget, one that we can cement in our story, and one that will teach people going forward. Another thing I also want to leave with you before I go is something that I was speaking to one of my closest friends about this week, and it's about the power of speech and how we should learn to speak nicely to each other. And if we spoke to others how we spoke to ourselves, how that would look. We tend to speak and encourage and give the best advice to everyone, but when it comes to us, it's a different story. So let's practice being kinder to ourselves, speaking to ourselves kinder, and also celebrating our wins, whether they're big or small. Let's just be kinder to ourselves, So have a great year, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Let me know what you think. And for those coming to the event, I'll see you on the 26th. Take care, guys.